Mr. Rise of the Footsoldier himself, Ricci Harnett. How you doing, brother? You good? How's the lockdown treating you?
It's alright, mate. It's it's a weird times and all that, but to be honest with you, I've been out grafting every day, so it don't really matter.
Yeah. It's fucking. I'm bored, mate. I'm going up my head. There's only so many Netflix series you can watch before you're pulling your hair out.
Yeah, because you work on the door, innit? Is it
Yeah,
what you do?
yeah. I run a small security company, and you know, at the start of the year, I had a good start to the year. You know, getting a few new doors and contracts. A 7-day, you know, that's rare in the security industry. Getting a 7-day door.
Yeah.
So I would have been doing that now and putting people on that and doing it myself. So, but I was booked for some mental health speaking seminars, and you know, everything's just been put on hold. So.
How long you been on the door?
I got my first license 2009, so 11 years. But like for the first 2 or 3 years, I was just anyhow with it. But now it's like since then, I'd say mainly since 2015, I've been on it properly. Do you know what I mean? But
is it naughty up there?
where I am, I'm near Derby way. I'm from. I'm in Burton-on-Trent, so it's not too bad. You get them everywhere though, don't you? It's probably not as rough as where you are.
Nah, listen, it's London's London, but you know, my sister, she used to be the manager of O'Neill's on Watford High Street.
Yeah.
And on a Saturday night, it was just like a war zone. You know what I mean? It's just chaos.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever been in Watford, but you go down, like all the clubs are all sort of face each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my sister, she had a bouncer's license as well. She had a team.
Yeah.
And she could have a round, my sister. Yeah. Me and my brother were both banned from going there. We weren't allowed because you know what I mean. You don't want to see that there.
No.
But she could be. I mean, Watford, on a Saturday night. Fuck that. Do you know what I mean? But because you sometimes you like get a rugby team coming.
Yeah.
And then like if it kicks off with something like all these like 20-stone geezers, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking testosterone fueled, pissed up,
yeah.
coked up guys. You get your hands full.
Oh yeah. She said one of the worst ones she had was there was an Indian family or something, and they all kicked off, and there was like there was like ashtrays going and everything, you know, and to pick ear rolls off the floor. Yeah.
It's mad.
It was good Watford, like she said, because if one of the clubs had kicked off really bad and it spilled out or they was struggling, then some of the other doormen from the other club would come over and help out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing. It's sort of like a little brotherhood thing. Have you ever done the doors?
Who, me?
Yeah,
No.
You never done it.
Fucking hell, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a couple of rows with bouncers on the door.
Yeah,
when I was younger, and ended up getting almost my teeth smashed me through the back of my head. But no, I've got a lot of respect for doormen now.
Yeah.
You know, having obviously got to know Carlton, and you know, because I mean, back in the day, he used to run the door at the Ministry of Sound, you know, and that was fucking like a serious door. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just well, it wasn't him. I think it was that James English, you know, who speaks to all the old hard boys. He did an interview, and I was listening to that last night or the night before. To be fair, he was talking about all that and about the ICF and that. So that was a good little listen.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably try to get in the ministry back in the day when he was on the door. But they were all serious lumps. You knew that when you turned up at the ministry, you was thinking, oh, fucking hell, am I going to get in it or not?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been doing on this fucking lockdown. You know, I've had enough of it now, though. I think everybody has, but it is what it is, and it's got to be done.
Yeah, like I say, it ain't really affected me, really, because, you know, when I'm not acting, I graft. You know, I don't sit around and wait for the phone to ring. I've always grafted. I was a bit motorbike career, and now I'm a van career. So I go out. You know, so I've been out. It's been weird, like driving around central London, like, you know, come down Shaftesbury Avenue, you know, and around Piccadilly Circus, and there's no cars.
Yeah,
you know?
nothing.
I mean, like now it's starting to get busier again, but when it first kicked off, it was like 28 days later. It really was. You know, you got like the Ritz, all completely like shut. You know, you go along Piccadilly, you know, the Mall. I mean, everything was just desolate. You know.
Yeah,
Very
I
weird
can't
times.
wait to get back to work, mate. There's only so much you can do, and only so many Netflix series you can watch. But you just got to ride it out. It could be worse, couldn't it? Could be lying in an hospital bed, you know. So
yeah. But you must have got. So if you've got your own company, have you been helped out by the government or not?
I've not really looked into it, to be honest, because I'm self-employed. I've been, you know, I have been living off savings, but I'm hoping it doesn't go on too much longer. That's why I'm going to have to look into it, because I don't want to, you know, like, imagine working hard and saving your profits and stuff, and you fucking blow it on this bullshit. So
yeah, they've got a scheme. They've got, like, giving everyone, you know, you've had to, I think we've had to wait like 3 months to get a drink out of the fucking government. Do you know what I mean? For self-employed people, but yeah, I mean, these lot don't know what they're fucking doing today.
No. The thing is, I've been offered work in, you know, supermarkets and supplying work to supermarkets, but the thing is, people, you know, in normal, ordinary circumstances and cases, the minimum they're going to work for is £10 an hour. You know, that's like standard, isn't it? Yeah. So they can get that from, you know, when there's not a fucking pandemic and crisis going on. So if they're going to go, people are not going to go and work in a supermarket for £10 an hour doing security in these conditions, and I'm not going to send them either. But the thing is, you try and charge these big companies who, let's face it, they've got the money as well, and they don't want to pay, so you can pay the lads more. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, it's not worth it. It's a bit of an insult, you know.
Yeah, and they're making so much dough at the moment, you know. You know what I mean?
Killing it.
I mean, the amount of money they made out of fucking bog roll. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, the country's gone fucking bad. You've been in the supermarkets, and you're like, you can't move.
Yeah. It's come down now, but like I say, I mean, I was, you know, I've been out in the van. You know, I've been dropping off stuff. Do you know what I mean?
What do you have to like? What do you like delivery?
Grafting, yeah.
So when people open the door to you, they're like, "Fuck me, it's him at Rise of the Footsoldier." Sometimes
people recognise me. It freaks them out, but you know, I mean, at the moment they ain't gonna recognise me because I've got a mask, which is basically a cut up T-shirt. None of this fancy PPE. Do you know what I mean? And then I've got that, and I've got a cap on, so you'd be hard pushed to recognise me. Yeah. But although, once I was a cab driver. Yeah. And a blind geezer got in the back, and we started talking, and he went, "You're Ricci Harnett, aren't you?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." I goes, "How do you know that?" He goes, "I've seen your films." He said, "Well, I haven't seen your film, but I really like Rise of the Footsoldier." I was like, "Fucking hell, that's mental."
I think
he recognised me just from my voice.
Yeah. You've got a unique voice, and obviously that's a fucking iconic film. People are going to remember that, of course. But obviously, yeah, I've got to talk to you about Rise of the Footsoldier. You know, it's one of mine, and I think most people's favourite British gangster films. I was watching it I was watching it not long ago. Actually, I didn't realise it was 13 years old. 2007 it came out, weren't it?
I think, 2007. I think.
Yeah, I remember watching it as a 17-year-old, and you was fucking terrifying. You did an amazing job at playing Cartlon Leach. What was it like playing someone like him?
Well, I mean, at first it was tough because obviously, like, you know, I wasn't from that world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a bit of an eye opener. You know, I mean, the first time I met Carlton was in a club, over in Basildon, I think it was, and it was called Cats. It was right, you know. It was a bit tasty. There was a lot of geezer there, all on roids and stuff. You got into an argument, you'd be like, "Oh, mate." But I remember seeing Carlton, and he was standing next to this this woman. Right, it was one of the strippers there, one of the lap dancers, and he said, "Oh, this is my fiance," and she was standing there with no top on, and I remember thinking, "Don't look at her tits. Whatever you do, don't look at her fucking tits." And I'm trying to have this conversation, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was mad. And then the next morning I woke up on Carlton's sofa, and he said to me, "Come on, we're going to go and do a bit of work." And we had to go and meet these two Indian fellas that had been, they got into some sort of arrangement over a wedding, and one of them had pulled out, and I think it might have been the bride's father that was basically, you know, had gone to some lumps and basically said, "Look, you're going to have to front the dough or something." And that's when Carlton got involved. So I'm sitting there in this McDonald's, right, with sunglasses on, feeling rough from the night before, and this Indian fella's like basically like begging us to help him. And I'm thinking, I'm just an actor, mate. You know what I mean? And then they went to the boot of a car, got out a big lump of dough in a carry bag, and then gave it to us. And then we went down the little chef, and Carlton bought me breakfast, and he paid with his massive great big brick of money. Like, just there you go. He goes, "That's what I do for a living."
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
mad.
he was good like that, Carlton. He sort of took me under his wing, you know. And yeah, I had to break the news to him that I was a gooner and not a West Ham. That was hard.
Is he cool though? Is he easy to get on with?
Yeah. He's absolute. He's such a nice geezer.
Yeah, he seems cool in his interviews. I never met him or spoke to him though, but yeah, I spoke to Baz the other week.
Do you know what I mean? He can have it, but I think you probably like yourself. Really, you gain a lot more respect in the security world if you get on with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, I don't think he's. I mean, I think he's run things obviously because people are, you know, a bit apprehensive around him. But I think most of the time it's because everyone gets on with him.
Yeah, but
you know, especially like all the other families, you know, like you get all the sort of criminal families and that they don't necessarily talk to each other. So you'll get like such and such, and you won't talk to someone, you know. So what they do is they ask Carlton to sort of liaise between the pair of them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So he's always been good like that, you know.
It's usually like that, isn't it? The hardest, toughest fuckers. They're usually the nicest people. Just don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
It's usually like that.
I mean, we're not getting the wrong side of Carlton even now. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
He's got some people around him, and some of the people that he's got, you know, that I've met via him. It's just, you know.
I can imagine.
I've never seen Footsoldier 2, but there's a geezer in there called Sean Birch, and he's in my phone as paper clips.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, if you've seen the film, you know why.
Yeah. Just going on to Rise of the Footsoldier. Fucking, we're on number 4 now. The latest in the series. I enjoyed it. Like, but in terms of my favourite in order, it's obviously 1, 2, 4, and 3. The first one's iconic, innit? But what do you think to number 4? I liked it. Craig Fairbrass is always good to watch, but I've just seen as well on Instagram, Nick Nevin posted there's going to be another one, a Tony Tucker story.
I haven't seen them, to be honest with you, mate. I've not seen 4. I've caught bits of 3. I think my problem with you know, like Craig's good actors, you know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with Craig, but what I don't understand is he does the voiceover for free, right?
Yeah.
So he's doing the voiceover, and he's remembering how he first met, you know, this, that, the other, because they do a prequel, right?
Mm.
Well, can you do a voiceover? What's he doing it from the grave?
Yeah. That's what I didn't get.
See, that's the bit that it falls down, because you can't have Pat Tate doing the voiceover, because when it's been blown away, isn't it? So I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, but yeah.
I was just speaking about this to Dougie, but about the Green Street films, and it just seems that they're just fucking chucking them out now.
Yeah, they're rinsing your ass out of it, to be fair. I mean, they should have kept me and Carlton on side, but they just mugged us off, do you know what I mean? And my loyalty is always going to be with Carlton, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They offered me a bag to be in part 3, and I said no.
That's an insult.
Yeah, I said, you do realise it's called Rise of the Footsoldier, and I am the fucking foot soldier, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is weird without you in it, honestly. You know, the third one, it's like, I think I got 30 minutes into it and turned it off, but I was in bed the other night, couldn't sleep, and I think Rise of the Footsoldier 4, it's either on Netflix or Now TV, it's on one of them. Yeah. So I had a watch of that, and it's good. It is good. Number 4, but 3, I really couldn't get into that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let them have it. Do you know what I mean? But I think me and Carlton got out just the right time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like the Green Street thing, isn't it? They fucking ruined. Well, not ruined it, because I did enjoy number 2, but number 3, I haven't even bothered, mate. I think I put it on for 10 minutes.
Well, it's difficult to do too, because it's one of those things where you think, well, I can't copy the first one.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to make me, and also I wrote and directed it as well, so that was tricky, do you know what I mean? But I think I wanted to take a lot of the voiceover out, because I thought there was too much voiceover in the first one, personally.
Did you?
Sometimes I think that, you know, like there's a scene in the first one where he nails the geezer to the floor, and then the camera pans and it says, that's what you get with your faith.
Yeah.
But as the camera pans, you got my voiceover going, that's what you get with your faith. And it just feels like it's a bit overkill, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought what I'd do is I do voiceover at the beginning, and then voiceover at the end of the first act, and then at the end. And then the rest of it, you're just going to have to fucking work it out yourselves, you know what I mean? I don't like, personally, I don't like to be told what's happening, do you know what I mean? Like, non-stop. It's just like, I can see what's happening, let me just work it out, do you know what I mean? But, I don't know. I mean, listen, Goodfellas, it works. I think Footsoldier 1's a good film, but I just try to make it a little bit more about the family, you know, and about the unglamorous side.
Yeah.
And then also the difficult thing in Footsoldier 2 is we couldn't actually kill anyone. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't actually start going around like carving people up and stuff, because you're going to incriminate people.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful, haven't you?
I'm a big fan of all like fucking British gangster film, because you can relate to it. It's relevant, and you know, you're familiar, you know, because obviously it's set in this country, and you know, little things like your British cars and everything, because you just see so many American films. So it's refreshing when British films come out. But you know, like, you might agree with me or disagree with me, but you know, like the football films, football hooligan films, you got the Green Street and the Football Factory, which like set the standard, and then
Football Factory is amazing.
Yeah, and you know, with like the football hooligan films, especially low budget, and I'm not slating anyone because it's a business and everyone's obviously going to be proud of the work, but don't you feel like it seemed like every other week they was chucking them out and there was the same things, and and it's just like, you know what I mean? I fucking watch them anyway, but
that's what they bank on.
Yeah.
Just so they mean, like they turn it out any old shit because they know that the fans are so loyal to that genre that, you know, they do it. I've spoken to the people that fucking distribute it, right? And their understanding is that you'll go along to Sainsbury's or whatever and you'll see it and you'll think, I'll stick that in a trolley. And if it's no good, you don't take the fucking thing back and ask for your money back, do you? You just stick it in. It's a tenner or whatever. And that's what they bank on. And for me, you know, I think that's taking the piss out of the audience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just serve up shit, because sooner or later, the audience, they're loyal, but they're not fucking stupid. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like you have to do something that's a little bit more, that has a bit of authenticity. And, you know, no one knows Carlton. Well, I know him really well, put it that way. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, what you see on screen, what you see with the daughters, the way he speaks, the way he walks, the way everything is, I think it's pretty as is, or how it was back then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know yourself, talking about mental health, you know, I mean, after the, you know, the Reddit murders, you know, Carlton couldn't get work because everyone thought, well, he's going to be next. They thought, fuck going anywhere near him. So then he couldn't get hold of any work, couldn't put food on the table, started doing a load of gear because he was paranoid. Do you know what I mean? You can see how that spirals out of control. Yeah,
it's a vicious circle, man.
Yeah,
it
and
is.
Also, like, you know yourself, that there's always going to be some young kid coming up, isn't there?
Yeah,
you know,
always someone coming.
You know, so you've got to keep lumpy, you've got to keep, you know, relevant. Because you could come out of a club now and get shot or stabbed by a 15-year-old.
Yeah, fucking acid, anything.
Yeah, you get acid, exactly. You get
fuck that, yeah.
Right, they don't give a fuck about your reputation or what you've done or, you know, you used to do this or you know that person. Fucking wallet, there you go.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. It's getting worse.
It is a little bit, yeah. I think people are desperate.
Especially in the cities, mate. You know, Birmingham, London, Manchester, Liverpool, places like that. It's fucking touch wood. The acid thing's not really come over it. You mainly hear about it in London, don't you, at the minute? And Birmingham, but
that gives me the fear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when I was cab driving, I used to do late at night, and you know, occasionally you might have someone do a runner on you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could lock the doors. Do you know what I mean? If I could sense it, this geezer's is about to go on his toes. You know, and this is like 3 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? And I could lock the doors, but what's he going to do? If it's like some, you know, young kid, he's going to panic because he probably thought, oh, I'm going to get in the car, it's going to be some old geezer driving me, and he's got some, you know, Londoner who looks like he could have a row.
Yeah.
So he's going to panic and he's going to fucking throw acid over you, and then that's your acting career fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck that.
So that used to give me the fear.
Yeah.
You know, let them have it, mate. You know, it's a fucking, what's it, score. Do you know what I mean? Let them have it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I'm not cab driving anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
I couldn't imagine you as a fucking cab driver getting in a cab and there's fucking Cartlon Leach from Rise of the Footsoldier driving you to fucking wherever, man. It's fucking mental.
Because you get to meet people, you get to talk to people, you know, normal people.
Yeah.
I think half these actors, you know, when they get to a certain level, you know, they get involved in the whole celebrity bollocks. Do you know what I mean? I've never been involved in that. You never see me sort of fucking ended up on, you know, whatever,
yeah,
brother or anything like that shit. You know what I mean? I very rarely do interviews.
Yeah.
I don't really do them.
Yeah, because I always putting your name in on YouTube, you know, just to get a feeling of how to chat to you and that. Then, yeah, I think there's a couple on there, and then there's some like really old clips from you in Dubplate, and I thought, fuck me, that's old. I remember watching that.
Yeah, and that was good, though. It was really good. You think about it, that was probably like the beginning of grime and all that, you know. Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, Big Master, yeah.
Some old faces in there.
He's in Rise of the Footsoldier too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
well, you know, I gave him a role in that, and then he's flying there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Got his own show and everything.
Yeah, it is.
He's a laugh. He's a proper laugh, that geezer.
Is he? I met him at when was it? Cool. 2016. He was performing at the Leeds Festival, and I was the security backstage, and he was there, you know, like with Wiley and Stormzy and Bugsy Malone, and he was spoke to him briefly, but he seemed fucking alright.
Yeah, he's alright. He's proper. I mean, when we were doing that scene, you know, the bit where we end up stripping him naked in that kitchen in the club.
Yeah.
And then slicing him up, and so we've basically, you know, like cut him to shreds and all the rest of it, and then like we were in some club in Farringdon in the city, and he's gone out for a spliff, and he's walked outside like with nothing on, Do you know what I mean? Just all like bare chested and cut, and he's gone out there going it's fucking. There's people walking past thinking, what the fuck is going on there? Yeah. And there's a bit when Colton comes in and sees him, and he's with Joel, the other actor Joel, and Big Nasty looks like he's passed out, like he's basically acting his bollocks off. He weren't. He was snoring. He was asleep because we'd had him tied up, and he was so lean.
Fucking hell.
You know, yeah. Because a lot of the producer bods and that were saying, "Oh, you do realise he's smoking weed, you know?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." I said, "You ain't gonna fucking stop him." That's the way he rolls, you know. And I knew that from dubplay. Like, you ain't gonna fucking tell him. Well, you can try.
Some old faces in that dub plate. I remember seeing Frank Harper and Adam Deacon in it. I've been watching loads of old stuff, you know. Rise of the Footsoldier 2. I think that is my second favourite. I'm trying to keep my fucking mind busy because obviously, you know, the old mental health thing, depression, something I've battled for years now. So I'm really trying to stay on top of it to keep my mind busy, try and keep a routine, structure, good diet. But it's tough right now.
Do you drink?
Do I? Sometimes, not at all really since I've been on the lockdown. But you know, because I've done the Doors for a long time, and I've got a little bit of a following on social media. Nothing crazy, but I thought if people are gonna listen to anything I say, I thought I might as well try and help and do something. So I basically put a post up, like I think it was December, not 2019, just gone. So I put a post up saying that I've battled with it since it was 2012. I remember, and I never used to talk about it. And up until like the last few years, I thought, fuck it, I might as well do something with it. And then like it went like quite viral on like papers and that. And then I was booked for seminars, and it's just gone from there really. So I'm trying to do something good with that. You know, because it's good that people like me and you can sit down and talk to it, because you know you play all the fucking hard men in films and you know, like 10 years ago people wouldn't have even spoke about it really. So it's going in the right direction. What's your views on it all? Like, it's a big thing at the minute, isn't it?
Well, mental health.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to compare yourself. Like we live in this fucking world where you just have people's success rammed down your throat. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, Instagram and Facebook and this and that, and everyone's doing well. And it's very easy to compare yourself and go, well, why am I doing so shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And why ain't I got, you know, any money? You know what I mean? And so-and-so's got loads of dough. Well, you get to, you know, I mean, listen, when I was a motorbike courier, you know, I mean, you're out in the pissing rain taking a motorbike to Newcastle and back. You know what I mean? And you're freezing cold. You know, and you're like thinking, fucking hell, I used to be an actor at one point. I'm getting further and further away from, you know, doing what I believe I should be doing. Yeah. But, and that can send you, you know, feeling sorry for yourself. And then, like I say, you know, you end up, you know, having a drink. And, you know, boozers is terrible.
It is.
Anyone who's feeling sorry for themselves is just going to make it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wake up in the morning, you know, with the fear. You know, you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. Just the anxiety, because that's what booze does. It makes you like feel anxious. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's true what you're saying about social media's got a massive part. Like you said, you know, if you're not feeling great about yourself anyway, or you're feeling a bit shit, and then you go on and you look at other people, and it's not even a case of being like bitter or jealous. It's literally just, you know, everyone wants to achieve stuff and do something, and if you feel you're not, or you're like, you know, you're actually not, and you see all this and it's fucking run down your throat, it does get to you. You know, you're only a fucking human. You got feelings and a conscience. You know what I mean? But and things like Love Island as well, like.
Oh, those really.
fuck me.
You know.
It's like, it's basically, this is the body beautiful. If you ain't got it, then you're not worthy, sort of thing. That's how it comes across to me. You know, I can't stand any of that stuff.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, everyone's... You know yourself. I mean, even when, you know, to look like that, you've either got to be born with special genetics, or you've got to sweat your bollocks off in the gym and not eat, and not, you know what I mean? It's just not normal.
I've been training a few years, like since I think 2009, 10, and that was always like, especially back then, 10, 11 years ago, that was like the goal. Oh, I want to be big and ripped. But you know, how my body, I suppose it could be with hard work and dedication, but you know, my build, and especially for my job, you know, I'm just big and wide, so I just play on that, and I feel better for it, because you know, I don't have to live off caress.
Have you ever done any roids or anything like that?
Yeah, mate, and I think that is what...
That'll fuck you up.
And I think that is what caused it. You know, I can't be 100% sure, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I remember 2011, I started having like really bad panic attacks, and I didn't know what it was. I thought you think you're fucking dying, or you're suffocating. I was like, so that was happening like frequently-ish, like spaced out like every few weeks, months. And then I remember 2012, I had it was like a really intense one for like 10, 20 seconds. It don't sound long, but you know, when you're having one, like 1 or 2 seconds is bad enough. So I was having that, and I thought, usually you go back to feeling normal, but I had this one and I never went back to feeling normal, really. And then since then it was up and down. Mate, but mate, it's horrible and it's disgusting, because it makes you feel like you're so unmotivated that little things like going to brush your teeth, have a shower, are the biggest chore in the world. Do you know what I mean? You need 20 Lucasades to combat that.
Yeah.
But
I've spoken to lumps, you know, that I've met, you know, around Cohen, you know, like just growling at me, you know, about something, you know. I remember some geezer was saying to me about, you know, do you know this actor, he's got a problem with you, and I've spoken to him, and I'm trying to sort it out, but he thinks that you don't like him, and rah. And I'm looking at this geezer, it's about 20-something stone of just like bursting a blood vessel. I'm thinking, mate, how am I going to calm this geezer down? And he's got it in his bonnet about some actor that has got the needle with me and all that. And I thought, I've never even met this fucking actor.
Mental health don't discriminate. But you know, with the roids, mate, I always say this, I'll say it again, you know, people, especially like my mum and my missus, have said, oh, you've changed. And I tried to keep it away from my mum, but she knew what I was doing. You can't put 2 stone on in 2 months and from fucking tuna. So, they're always saying you change, you're snappy. You know what I mean? I'm never violent or aggressive. That's not in my nature. I might look it, but I ain't. But when you come off them, you realise like, I fucking was a lot snappier and that. But is that what it's like in the film industry? Is there like bickering between actors? I can imagine it's full of fucking egos.
Oh yeah, listen, everyone's very guarded, you know what I mean? I've got friends, obviously, I've come up, good people I've known a long time, like Neil Maskell and people like that we grew up together, come through the ranks together, you know. And people are generous, you know, like Neil's just generous, you know what I mean? But you'll get the competitive side and all that shit, you know what I mean? Well, I've always been the thing of, if I could get you on a job, I'll get you on a job, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll say, oh, you should speak to my mate, you know, whoever, and try and get him on. But you'll find over the years, it ain't a 2-way street. You know what I mean? You think, fucking hell, throw me a bone, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You on this gig, and
you can tell who are the nice, you know, even from like watching on the screen, you can tell who are like, might seem stupid, but don't you think you can tell who's like the decent people? You know, I spoke to Leo Gregory for the first episode of this, and he's just like yourself, one of the nicest geezers ever.
Yeah. No, Leo's top. I ended up in. I remember going when 28 Days Later came out. I went out to Los Angeles, and it was the first time I'd been out there. And fucking on the plane, Leo Gregory, he was going out there as well. And so yeah, we ended up just hanging out there, and he sort of introduced me to a few people and this, that, the other. Very lovely fella, really lovely fella. It was good actually that we, all those years later, we finally got to do something with Top Dog.
Yeah.
You know.
Top film. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Dougie Brimson's got a fucking way with his endings, hasn't he? The endings in is incredible.
He's a very interesting character, Dougie.
Yeah. I've just spoke to him. It was like 20 minutes of, about 10, 15 minutes of pure ranting about the film industry. But you can see, obviously, you're saying the same. You see where he's coming from, and he made a fucking film like Green Street, and then they fucked it up on the other two. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it made a fortune, right? It made a fortune, and how much of that goes back into Dougie's pocket? It's like Rise of the Footsoldier 2, right? Me and Cole were supposed to get a drink out of that on the back end, right? Apparently, the film made no money.
Really?
Made no money. Yeah, it was the #1 in the charts. Made no money. Amazing, isn't it? It made so little money that they went and made part 3, part 4, and then they did part 5.
You know what? Me and you, we're going to make Rise of the Footsoldier 5. No, we can't do that. That's already been. We're going to do Rise of the Footsoldier 6. Let's do that.
Yeah, fuck it, mate. Let them have it. Do you know what I mean? There's other stories to tell, do you know what I mean? And I'm working on something, and I've got a few things I'm doing at the moment, but I've got this idea, for a film that's set in the underworld, and it's based on a few people that I know. Obviously, I've spoken to Carlton as well. He's sort of, he's helping me out with a few bits and pieces, but it's going to be fictional.
Yeah.
So that way, you could do what you want.
Go where you want.
Don't worry about getting nicked. All the stories that you couldn't put in Soldier, you can suddenly start putting them in.
Yeah.
And I think some of the stories that I've heard, you go, fucking hell. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah, I can imagine you've heard some.
Yeah. I've just been nice to do another one, do you know what I mean? I like to do it just for the fans, really.
Yeah.
It feels like such a long time since I've done something.
It does.
Yeah, I know.
What was the last
problem
thing?
Is, I tried, when I finished Footsoldier 2, I thought, right, I'm going to go and do something completely different, and I wrote a film called Truancy, which is a film about this young kid who ends up with a dinner lady, and they go up north, and it's a kind of This Is England sort of style film. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I thought I'd do that, but then it's pretty quite tricky to raise the money for that because it's got no guns in it, no torture. You know what I mean?
Is it hard to get funding for films?
It is for something that's like the lead actor is like a 50-year-old woman.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I spoke to distributors, and they say basically the only films that sell in this country are like Essex Boys films or Jennifer Aniston with a puppy. They're the only films that sell. You know.
Yeah. We do need a sort of new sort of, not football hooligan-y film now. Because there's so many, and like I said, Green Street, Football Factory, The Firm.
But even they slowed down, like, you think, like, it was, I don't understand, right? People like Maskell, me, Leo Gregory, Rana Manukin, people like that, if we were American, we'd be ticking over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We'd be like working with each other all the time on different sort of gangster style films. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Pacino. I'm not saying we are Pacino, but you understand what I mean. Like De Niro. They all sort of worked together, didn't they? On loads and loads of films.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we don't do more. But the problem is, like Dougie said, there's so many sharks in this game, so many spiffs that are just doing people over. It just makes it fucking impossible to try and... Like Carlton said, there's more villains in the fucking film industry than there is in East World.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck them. They'll get their day. You'll...
Oh, yeah, listen, karma's a wonderful thing. But the good thing is that I feel like this new script that I'm doing is going to be, I think it's going to be quite tasty, you know, and I think the fans will like it, you know. I mean, you've got to remember that Foot Soldier 1 was 2007, and then I came back with Foot Soldier 2 in 2015. That's 7 years in between.
Yeah.
So if you think 2015, what's that, you know, we're doing another one, ain't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the bee in my bonnet. I think I'm going to try and get that across the line, you know.
Do it, man. You can do it.
Yeah.
You're an amazing actor. You fucking.
Well, thank you.
You are. You are.
It's good. It's good to hear people, you know, normal people, you know, people on, you know, especially people in your world. I mean, you know, violence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You get it down to a T, mate. You was fucking terrifying. Yeah. I've always fancied to go in acting or something, you know, but I've never fucking.
Yeah.
I've never
I bet
fucking.
you make a good actor. I bet you make a good actor. I bet a lot of doormen make good actors.
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because you think it's better to swerve the violence with a bit of charm.
Yeah, you're fucking acting on the door most of the time anyway. You know when you want to throttle someone, but you're being nice. Talking always works anyway. I spoke to Zulu Baz.
When you're 22 stone and the man 6 foot, whatever. I think talking does work. Yeah.
It does, but you always get people that want to try it. But fucking I've kept you 10 minutes.
It's a terrible drug.
Yeah, it is. I kept you 10 minutes longer than I said I would.
My sister used to say that you clamp someone on Charlie and they don't go down. They just fucking keep getting up.
Yeah, it's mental. It's they're on every pills, fucking coke, alcohol, roids. It's a killer cocktail, man.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
My sister said she had a pub up in North Finchley, and she had some ag with some travellers, and then they came back, smashed all the windows in the pub. You know what I mean?
They can be hard work, you know.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of trouble with them over there.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Working on the doors, you're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, listen, look, you know, the way that my sister dealt with it, which is very similar to what happened in Foot Soldier 2, is that you end up getting like the old boy, bringing him in, letting him have a drink with his son, and then because they want to have somewhere to drink, bring them in, and then all the youngsters that are coming in having fights and causing ag, all just leave the place alone.
Yeah.
That's the way to deal with it. Is you don't just say no, you're not coming in. You say yeah, you can come in. Like, look, you know, the respected member of the community in the traveller community, you can come in, right, and make sure that there's no egg, and that's the way to deal with it. You know.
Yeah. Must be hard running a fucking. I've worked in London, you know, on the door in Brixton, and guy tried to drive his fucking car into the doorman after they'd been kicked out. It's mental. I've never seen nothing like it. There's fucking dog handlers inside the club. It was Electric Brixton or something like that.
Oh yeah. The electric fucking they got really bad at one point. There was shootings on the door there all the time.
2016, I worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was mental.
No, it was proper. It went through a bit where they were going to think, and they either closed it or they, you know, lost its licence or something. Yeah. I live quite near to Brixton.
Yeah.
I could walk to Brixton from where I am. But Brixton's become posh now. It's not like it was. It's all la-di-da now. I mean, all the property's worth an absolute fucking fortune.
Yeah.
It's very gentrified, Brixton now.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how expensive London was when I went the first time I worked there. You know, when I was actually buying stuff. We worked at the West Ham game, and I've never seen. I think it was West Ham Tottenham at West Ham, and I think I've never seen nothing like it in my fucking life.
Yeah.
So if all these decide to have it, what are we going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They fucking loathe each other.
Until they decide they've had enough.
Yeah, West Ham Tottenham. Fuck that. You know.
But it was mad.
Yeah, but I met Yuri. Yuri, I think his name.
Yeah.
And he's in Foot Soldier 2. And he's a friend of Cartlon. He's only a young bloke, and he was the top boy
Yeah.
And he came over and to meet Carlton, because they all, like, Carlton gets invited to, like, the Lazio game, he goes to the old, you know, like, West Ham is still, you know, respected all over the world in that, you know. But they're like fucking nuts. They're like, they all meet up in the woods, like 200 versus 200.
Fucking hell.
You know what I mean? Against, like, Ajax. Oh, mate, they're fucking, like... And you see this Yuri, right? And he don't look... He ain't lumpy, he ain't massive, but he can fucking have a row.
Yeah.
And he don't even drink. Like, he says he goes to the game, or whatever, and he said, don't drink. He said, we just work out. They've got... You know, they've got gum shields. You know, it's all about...
Wearing gum shields?
Yeah, they're proper have it, mate. You know, like I think they turned up in... Where did they turn up? It might have been
Fucking
actually,
mad.
And they fucking blew up a 400-year-old fountain. And how they got out of the country, I do not know. But no, I mean, they turned over Galatasaray. I mean, you know, you've got to be pretty ballsy to walk into Galatasaray and fucking turn them over.
It's mad world, isn't it? The football league world.
Yeah, it all still goes on. But I said to him, like, how's that still happen over there? You know, because like Rotterdam and all that. He said, because there's not so much CCTV as there is in London and England.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, he said, because, you know, back in the day, back when Carlton was running around the fucking terraces in the 80s and whatever, you get away with it. Can't do that now.
No. Too much cameras, everything.
Yeah, of course. But apparently in Holland, there's hardly any of it. So all these lot are all still going out having Fight Club.
It's something that's never going to die, is it? The hooligan world. It's always going to be there.
I don't know. I mean, I think these days, especially the way people feel so repressed and sort of, you know, I don't know. It's an adrenaline sport, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know.
I'm missing the boxing one.
The boxing, yeah, me too.
And the UFC.
Yeah, I'm a massive boxing fan.
Yeah.
Massive boxing fan. I'm a big fan of Dylan White.
Yeah, same.
Tyson Fury.
Wilder.
Fan of him.
Yeah.
Did you read Tyson Fury's book? It's good.
Yeah, I had it on Audible.
It's all about mental health, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Like, his story's fucking incredible.
Oh, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
It's
phenomenal.
I think he's my favourite. But I like the UFC as well. They do combat sport.
I get invited to I get invited to bare knuckle fights. You know, Dave Courtney and all them fucking invite me to his house.
Yeah.
I always swerve it because, for me, I know it's very clever, you know, like and the grappling and all the rest of it. But I just who's that French African geezer from Cameroon? Do you know the one I mean? The heavyweight.
Oh, beginning with a K.
Yeah. I mean,
Kami Kanga or something like that.
Yeah, he's smashing everyone out at the moment. And he sparks them, and then as they're on the floor, he comes down and just does their throat while they're already out cold. And you're like, mate, you're going to kill someone. At some point, you're going to kill someone. Because this geezer's about 18 stone. He's just coming straight down on the geezer's throat while he's Sparko anyway.
Fuck me.
You're like, mate, that's not going to end well.
Yeah. I like Darren Till and Thompson and obviously McGregor and GSP, you know, the usual names.
He still wants to get back in with Mayweather, doesn't he? I think. Of course he does, yeah. 200,
of course.
Well, 100 million or something. You know what I mean? You do it, wouldn't you?
I'll go in the ring with him for that.
Yeah,
one arm behind my back for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, he went 2 rounds with the geezer. Do you know what I mean? He done alright. It was always going to end one way, wasn't it?
There's a lot of speculation that it was fixed and he was pulling punches, but it was entertainment. It was good hours on the door, and they got a load of money. Everyone's a winner.
Who do you think's going to win Chisora versus Usyk?
Oh.
You know that fight?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I wouldn't like to call it. if I had money on it, probably Chisora. I don't know. What do you think?
Don't know. Tresor's like, he's got about 7 lives, hasn't he? He just keeps going back. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. This is, you never know, do you? One hit and that's it.
Yeah,
It'll be over.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
And also, Daniel Dubois, I mean, he's, and Joyce, that's a good fight. That's a very good fight.
Yeah,
I don't know who's going to win that either. Because I think, on paper, you think, you know, Daniel Dubois probably, with, you know, he's the younger man, but Joyce is a beast. I mean, he just keeps coming, so...
I liked...
That's going to
yeah. I liked the... Who was... What's her name? Golovkin. Yeah, him and... Triple... Yeah. They had some good fights.
Canelo,
yeah.
They had some good terror. I like Billy Joe Saunders. I think Billy Joe will give Canelo an absolute fucking nightmare.
Do you?
Yeah. You think of what he did to Lemieux. He schooled Lemieux. Absolutely schooled him. Yeah. I like Billy Joe. If he can get in shape and get focused, I think he's an handful for anyone.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably the only one that will give Canelo an absolute run for his money, you know. But, I mean, listen, look, Canelo's moved up in weights, and you think, well, you know, it's a bit of that sort of contaminated meat, isn't it, that you get in Mexico, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think to Joshua?
What's that? Joshua? I like Joshua.
Do you?
I know. Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, I mean, I'm originally grew up not far from the council estate where he was on the Meriden estate, which is quite a sort of naughty area, you know, sort of Watford way. And I grew up in South Oxley, which is like sort of, you know, sort of near Northwood, around that way. And our estate and the Meriden estate, they didn't get on very well. I remember back in the 90s, there was all sorts of ag between those two estates. So I do have a lot of time for Joshua because I know where he's come from. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You gotta respect anyone who's come from literally nothing from the ground.
Yeah.
But I want to see him fight Fury. Not Wilder, Fury, because they're always yapping back and forth. So, but I think Fury would do him. I really do think that Fury is something special, isn't he?
Well, the one the Fury that you know done the Kronk style sort of came in and just planted his feet and just fucking put his fist through Wilder's head. I mean that Fury there is going to take some stopping because he's got arms like an octopus.
Yeah, fucking.
You know what I mean? And he's light on his feet. Fury's the full thing. But listen, Dylan White, the Brixton, you know, I think he can have it. And he's talking about he might even go back to, you know, like UFC or something like that, you know. Yeah,
that'd be good to see. That would.
Something. Because he was good, you know, he'd done K1 and he was all, you know, he could do kickboxing and everything. I think he'd do well. And he'd get paid a fortune. Can you imagine if he crossed over? Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
That'd be phenomenal, yeah. I mean, I'm like I say, I'm not a massive UFC fan, but I think if Dylan moved over, I'd be, you know. Yeah. Also, you got Tyson coming out as well. How about that?
I'd
53-year-old geezer. And the WBC are saying they're going to rank him.
Yeah.
That's fucking mental, isn't it?
And Fury's dad as well. He wants to fight. I can't remember the guy's name.
No one wants to fight Big John Fury, mate. Fuck that.
I mean, there's been talk. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if it would ever go ahead. But John Fury versus Mike Tyson. That's what they want. Imagine the money that'd bring in.
I wouldn't want to go toe to toe with John Fury. I think he can still clamp. No,
yeah.
I think that'll. But if they're going to do it at all, I think it'll be Holyfield because that's the money for it.
Yeah.
That'll make a fortune, won't it?
It feels like it's just getting daft, though, isn't it? Like to bring, but you know, like Eddie Hall. Are you into strongman? Like the.
Yeah.
You into, I don't know if you've heard, but you know Eddie Hall, who was world's strongest man. He lifted 500 kg world record.
Really? No, I don't know. No.
Yeah. So basically, they're basically two. You got this guy Thor Bjornsson. He was the Mountain in Game of Thrones. He's 6'9", 35 stone, and they're going to have a boxing match. And Eddie Hall, I think, is 6'3", 4, 26 stone. So, and they're making this big fucking fight, but because Thor had just beat his record by 1 kilogram, but because it wasn't officially judged, well, it was judged, but because it wasn't like official Guinness World Book of Records, they've had a bit of a fallout. So it just seems like people are putting fights together now for the sake of it.
Let them fight, mate. You know, if they want to, fuck it. People will watch it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, fuck me. Be interesting.
I was looking forward to Nigel Benn when he was going to fight Sako Bika.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that because I thought, he looked like he could do it, but then his arms, his biceps he pinged them in training. See, that's the thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, you feel like your engine can do it. I mean, because Carlton used to look after Nigel.
Yeah.
No, we might meet up at some point.
Yeah.
Have a beer.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely.
That'd be good, yeah.
Have a beer and a chat and a moan about something.
Yeah, and maybe, Carlton would be there as well.
Yeah, man, that'd be good.
Carlton would, it'd be good for you to have a chin wag with him as well.
Yeah, it'd be good, mate. That's something I'm definitely up for when we're finally allowed out the house.
Yeah.